that Jake Gyllenhaal makes good movies, but every movie I've seen him in lately, he just keeps getting better and better and better and better in each movie he's in. This one, it might be the pinnacle of his career. Nightcrawler. And no, just to clear this up, nothing to do with the character Nightcrawler from X-Men. So Nightcrawler focuses on this character named Lou Bloom, who's played by Jake Gyllenhaal. He's kind of a down on his luck guy. You can see that he's kind of poor. He doesn't have a job. So he goes around at night, breaks fences of like construction sites, takes the iron from the fences, sells them to pawn shops so he can get money. Then one day on his way home from the pawn shop, he witnesses a car crash and he sees all the news crews coming and he's like, that's something I want to do. So then he goes back to the pawn shop and is like, you gotta give me a camera and a police scanner so I can go and film all this shit. When he starts his own business of crime journalism, he hires an intern and they go and film all the crime scenes in LA. Now, after watching the trailer for this movie, I knew it was going to be a good movie, but after watching the trailer for this movie, the tone I got from this movie was that it was American Psycho meets Drive. It was pretty much just Drive. There was like no American Psycho in it, which was okay. I mean, when you got like a crime journalism like this, yeah, he's going to get all caught up in what he's doing, and it might drive him crazy, but I don't think it'll make him become a full-fledged killer like Christian Bale was in American Psycho. However, though, I will say that Jake Gyllenhaal's character in this movie, like I said, he plays Lou Bloom, he's the main character. Yeah, he is a psycho, though. He's a well-written psycho. This is Dan Gilroy, the brother of Tony Gilroy, who wrote the stupid Born 4. I don't know, I refuse to see it. But yeah, he wrote this movie, and it's written really well. He did this movie really well. Even though the character of Lou Bloom is the guy that the audience is watching and are supposed to associate with, he is an asshole. He's manipulative. He's deceitful. He's a psychopath. He's just messed up. But it's well written, and that's why it works within the movie. It's like you get Jake Gyllenhaal to play Lou Bloom, but the thing is where is Jake Gyllenhaal in this movie? It looks like Jake Gyllenhaal, but it's not Jake Gyllenhaal. It's just some crazy, creepy, psycho, homeless guy that came off the street to star in this movie. Yeah, that's how good Jake Gyllenhaal is in this movie. Jake Gyllenhaal, like I said, I was never really a big fan of him until I saw Source Code, Zodiac, Prisoners. I was like, this guy's actually a good actor. He might be a girl's actor, like Ryan Gosling, but unlike Ryan Gosling, he's actually a good actor. And he makes the case for being a really good actor in this movie. I think, personally, this is his best performance of his career. He played Lou Bloom well. It's probably because the character of Lou Bloom was written really well. He was really creepy on screen. I'll tell you what, he creeped the shit out of me. He kept me on the edge of my seat. It was a suspenseful time following this guy around. He was deceitful. He was a psycho. It was everything I expected from the character. And Jake Gyllenhaal, for that matter. It's like anytime you see Jake Gyllenhaal on screen, you're creeped out. You're like, get away from me. Go, I don't want to see you in the scene anymore. That's because the character of Lou Bloom is so complex, so manipulative, he goes against the system to get his own way. I mean, you just see him talking to people, it's like, what the hell is this guy gonna say next? Like, seriously. It's like he's talking to people, he's having a normal conversation with them, and it's like, well, yep, you gotta do this, or I will take that other job over at the other news station, or if you don't do this, I will hurt you. Anytime you see him do this on screen, you're like, holy shit, this guy's a psycho. I don't want to be near this guy in real life. The first scene in the movie really sets the tone for what kind of character he is going to be in the movie, and you're just like, holy shit, no, I don't want to watch this now. And another good part about this movie, I thought he was going to disturb and creep the living shit out of me. He did creep the living shit out of me, but it wasn't disturbing. I mean, there's one disturbing part in the movie. I don't want to give it away. It's in the middle of the movie. But I mean, other than that, other than his creepy conversations with people, he really didn't do anything that was disturbing. It was just a more suspenseful movie, which I liked. I like when a movie can be suspenseful, when it looks like it's going to be some disturbing narrative of this crazy psycho guy trying to get his own way in the trailer, and then you watch the movie and it's nothing like that. That's good filmmaking. And the way how they did the news stuff was really good. You kind of wonder if that's the way the news system works in real life. All of the scenes that involved him filming the crime scenes and all the scenes that involved him inside the news station trying to piece together what footage he needs to put on the broadcast with Rene Russo's character were done really well. He had good interactions with Rene Russo's character in these scenes. It was really well done by Dan Gilroy. I guess now I mentioned Rene Russo, that's another thing I gotta point out. She's in this movie. She does a really good job. And there's one complaint I could probably see coming from this movie. It's not coming from me, but I'm just saying it for in general for people who are looking for a good suspenseful thriller. Yeah, you're gonna get a good suspenseful thriller, but for people that are looking for non-stop action scenes, what the trailer made it look like, yeah, you're not gonna get that. That is not what Hollywood should be about. Hollywood should be about making a good movie, none of that Michael Bay Transformers bullshit. But guys, the bottom line is, Nightcrawler was well acted, well directed, well written. It creeped the living shit out of you for 2 hours. Did a really good job of filming the new scenes, both when he's at the crime scene, filming the crime scene, when he's in the studio, putting together the footage for Rene Russo and broadcasting it on air. Lou Bloom is a manipulative, decisive, deceptive, crazy-ass, creepy psycho guy that walks around the movie for 2 hours. You don't even realize it's Jake Gyllenhaal. That is how good he is in this movie. I'm happy to say that Nightcrawler is my favorite movie of 2014 so far, and Nightcrawler is excelente. So yeah, bottom line is, you have to go see Nightcrawler before the year's over. I think it's going to win a couple Oscars, to be honest with you. I think Jake Gyllenhaal, well, maybe not win, but get nominated at least. So have you seen Nightcrawler? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you differ? Did you think it was totally bad? Did you think Jake Gyllenhaal was a complete psycho? Well, I mean, he was for the whole movie, but how did you feel about Jake Gyllenhaal? Did you like the movie, and how did you feel about his character? I want some feedback, so drop me a comment in the comments section below. And for more reviews on movies, music, video games, and TV shows, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.